Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Pay, the Dazzling Diva. I am a part-time reseller on sites such as Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I'm here in a small town. I like to share with everyone what I am selling so that you know that you can sell on these platforms if you live anywhere. You don't always have to live in the big city with all of the great stuff. You can find stuff to sell anywhere that you live. So if you're interested to see what I am finding, even in my small area, go ahead and stay tuned. And in addition to doing these what so videos, I'll also do like tips and tricks and mystery boxes. I actually have a mystery box that I'm going to be unveiling. It's going to drop like in the next couple of days, and I'm going to be talking about bed bugs because I was getting some plush and I noticed some stuff in there, and so we're going to go over bed bugs and some things I found out about that. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to hit a notification button so that you know when that video does drop. But let's go ahead and see what I sold this week. All right, so let's get started. I'm actually going to start with like my one Poshmark sale and then go through eBay. Most of my sales happen on eBay because I want to talk about why I think that I didn't get quite as many sales this week on eBay as I normally do. So let me go ahead and start with Poshmark. I do have a Calvin Klein sheath dress. It's a 2 petite. It was new with tags, really cute. I personally love Calvin Klein dresses and the way that they fit. But since this was a petite, when someone sent me an offer for $20, I went ahead and accepted because who knows when I'm going to sell this 2 petite. So, you know, little black dress, everybody needs one. So I went ahead and accepted that. I did have another sale on Poshmark, but the buyer ended up canceling it because she didn't realize till later that it had a flaw. I was like, no worries. Went ahead and canceled that. That was a Tommy Hilfiger dress. So let's go through eBay. I did have one sell on Mercari, not really worth selling. It's just like I lighted up a couple of Barbie dolls that were little mini Barbies, and I lighted those up. So only sold for like a few bucks. So not really worth sharing, but hey, a sell's a sell. And on Mercari, the great thing is that you have no fees. So even when you make a little bit of money, it's just something to add to the pot. No fees come out of it, so that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and get started with this Fisher Price Little People Friendly Passengers. As you can see, the price is marked out. I don't know why they don't put what price it sold for on eBay, but it sold for $7.50. We have this Jeffrey Beam men's big 34-35 is the big and tall. It sold for $19.75. Had these Stephen Barry men's cargo shorts. They sold on an offer that I sent out, offer of watches for $12.53. Had this Casio scientific calculator, get ready for school. It's $12.50. Then I had 2 sales with the same buyer. I had Teletubbies, sold for $11.95, and then the Barney Come On Over sold for $10. I experimented with the last couple of weeks of having a coupon on in my shop where you buy one, you get one 20% off. And this was something that did sell. I was doing that to see if I can move some things, more things during Christmas. I may put that back on like the end of October when people are really getting down to the wire with shopping for Christmas presents, to see if that helps. This Good Threads men's pullover sweater, as you can see, I had it for the $34.99. Somebody sent me an offer of $25. I've had this for a couple of years and it has like a gently worn look to it, so that may not be for everybody, so that's why I went ahead and accepted the $25. Next we have this Candy Lane game with Disney Minnie Mouse. It's really cute. It had like the pieces with it, and it did sell, and I need to go through my games to make sure they are all listed. I'm going to do that within the next couple of weeks. And it sold for offer that I sent out $14.95. And it was at this point that I realized that I did not have my sale on in my store. So as you can see, for these, there's no sale on. They all sold for the price that I had listed, or they sold when I sent out an offers to watchers. I do have a 5% sale off on my store at all times. I usually end the sale though either on a Friday or a Sunday, so that when someone is coming to my store, they can see that the sale is ending. And I do think that that contributed to a little bit to me not having quite as many sales, although it wasn't bad to have that many sales at full price. Have this fluffy unicorn from Despicable Me. I don't really, things from this series, well, the Minions don't really sell that well. I'm actually about to pull a bunch of Minions and lot them together. I have a plush of this unicorn that hasn't sold, but the little girl seems to sell fairly well. I forgot what her name is, but she wears the hat. I had a plush of her and she sold pretty quickly. So a lot of times in these series, the off characters, even though she's a main character, but still they sell a little bit quicker. Then I have this Polly Pocket that sold for the 5% off at $8.54. I had these listed individually. They were not selling, so I went ahead and pulled them. As you can see, there is some gentle wear playwear to them, but they did sell soon after me lotting them together, like within a few weeks. They did sell for the $16.67. We have this Disney Cinderella. It came in like a lot of toys, even though it had like a little bit of wear. I went ahead and put it up for $6.64. Another thing that I'm about to lot together is I do have some other Disney like mini princesses. I'm going to go ahead and lot those together to see if they can move. And then last but not least, one of my favorite books are the Mo Williams with the pigeon and other characters. So this is Duckling Gets a Cookie by Mo Williams, and I got this at a thrift. I think they must have gotten a shipment in from Kohl's, because the church thrift that I go to does sometimes get Kohl's either returns or like their stuff that it's out of season that they are moving. So I did get 2 of these. I've just relisted the other one, and so they are new, and it sold for $16.14. So I went over my numbers for the month of September. I did okay. I sold about 1,200 gross with eBay, but then take out the shipping, I goes down to about the 900, mid 900s, but the fees that I'm paying on eBay, I'm playing around with, because I do promoted listings, because I do think that that does help with selling your items. The promoted listings, of course, is you have a set a certain percentage, and then when your item sells, it they take that percentage off of the selling price. And I think they take it off the selling plus the shipping, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm playing around with that because I used to cap it at 10. I bumped that down to like 8 because the fees, even though I do think that the things that I'm doing, promoted listings, things like that, are helping to get more sales, at the same time, of course, those fees are taking away from what you're selling. So it's kind of like a catch-22 a little bit. So I'm playing around with what I think my max should be for me to get a decent amount of exposure to sell my items, but not take a whole chunk out of what I am selling. So bumped it down to 8 because at 5, I didn't really see a really big difference at 5. So I think somewhere between 7 and 8% should be pretty good. So we'll see how that plays out. Of course, since it is Q4 and more people are shopping, I don't know how much of an accurate picture I'm going to get about what's selling and or if that's helping to sell things and just how many more people are looking for things in general. But it is going to be interesting to compare the October numbers with the September numbers, because I do end and sell similar. And when I'm doing my end and sell similar, I'm going into each individual listing and checking to make sure that I have that lower cap on my promoted listings. Now, some though I am leaving at the 10% if it's something that I've had for a long time. I go ahead and leave the 10% up because I'm trying to move it out. But newer items, I do cap it at the 8%. So let me know, like, how are your sales? How they're doing for Q4. Are they up? Do you not notice a change? And if you are a buyer, have you started buying for Christmas? And what kind of things do you like to buy online for the Christmas season? All right, thank you so much. If you found anything useful, make sure to give me the thumbs up. I am on my way to 100. Oh, and I would like to know, like, what kind of giveaway you think I should do for 100. Don't say give away $100 because I'm a librarian. I don't have that kind of money, but any other like suggestions you could have, like what would be good for a giveaway at 100 subscribers, that would be helpful to me. I'm thinking of some things that I can give away. But if you find anything helpful, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And if you don't mind subscribing, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.